Hello. Showcase for the Animate Guardian of Smiting. I've seen a couple around on the forums the other day. Was the armor stacking one. That was cool. This is Dissolution of Flesh. Not that dissimilar from the Gladiator version on Mirage. This is better because you got options, and Gladiator is just more than skill. So you have more than skill. Paladin's better. Build's super cost efficient in my opinion. I mean, I'm not optimized at all. We got Replica Bitter Dream. All this is just okay. Like, nothing insane. Those are good. I got lucky on that. Maximum endurance charge corruption. But endurance charges don't do any. Like, you have so much life and you have so much block. Like, it's just, you don't need any of these. Like, that could not be there. That could be not. You wouldn't even notice. Coward Exchange. This has been some pretty cool tech. But I'll get into that in a sec. Let's do like some bosses and some maps. But for what I think is a pretty reasonable price point, I played totems before I swapped. Watcher's Eye, Purity, 31%. I need to divine that. But again, it just doesn't matter. Like, the problem is, it just doesn't matter. You can do all the Ubers. I've done a couple voided maps. It's not optimized at all. I have like 2 points up here just to get int. I have no clusters because I'm lazy. And it just doesn't matter. But let's do some showcasing and then talk about the build a little bit. I farmed out a Mage Blood. Just kind of killing bosses mostly, simulacrums. I did some selling of those. Why am I so slow in this one? I'm not sure. But anywho, build's cost efficient. It's good. I can't imagine it's going to survive fully. And like, it's fine. Like, you're not gonna be blown away with the DPS, but it's perfectly fine. I don't ever die. Like, at least not it's pretty hard. Sometimes you gotta wait for the Soul Eater's stack, and there's some weird shenanigans going on with the life regen. Because like you can see, like I just for a huge portion of the character, I had Anointed Champion for the Consecrated Ground effect, and then the Consecrated Ground helped with being cursed with vulnerability. But I've just kind of been relying on my flask to help. But then I was using Rational Doctrine, and I moved over from Anointed Champion to Rational Doctrine, which I probably should be doing right now. And then I think you can regen with Rational Doctrine. Nope, it's pretty... But for anybody that understands how Dissolution of Flesh works, it just doesn't matter. Like, you don't need life as long as you have enough life to give your guy Soul Eater charges occasionally. Okay, so then the only real benefit from Consecrated Ground is the curse reduction and healing the AG itself, which is fine. I don't know that it's good enough to even bother with. Maybe, maybe not, I don't know. So I've dropped that myself and started messing with it. But, so I dropped it, it's fine. Oh, but this Consecrated Ground does help with Blood Barrier, which is cool. For anyone who doesn't understand or hasn't seen this tech, life recovery generates you a Blood Barrier when you're on full life. This belt makes you on full life. And then up here you see I get a $5,000 barrier. Let's leave the area and come back. It recharges pretty quick, and I actually think it doesn't really matter that much unless you're doing like content with tons of mobs. Like Simulacrum, it helps you, it just keeps regenerating up there. But that would regenerate faster if you had Consecrated Ground, so I think there is a definite use case for the Blood Barrier. And like, let's pop a sim in. Because I can just straight up AFK these until in round 14 or 15 you might die, but not because of the monsters, because of the degens on the ground. Starts being like a lot of cold dot and like fizz dot and like Kosis puddles and junk. So then I'd put cast when damage taken on, level 1 Frostblink, and then just like leave. And my guy will move around, and most of the time I don't die, but you can die. If your cast when damage taken doesn't trigger appropriately, because you got lucky block, you got max block, wherever it is, yeah, so you got like 90 block or 91 block or whatever it is. But then you can see the blood barrier. Basically, the reason your dissolution of flesh isn't ever filling up is because your blood barrier is preventing it from taking your life pool from taking damage. But occasionally, you know, you take just degens. Degens are, you know, for anybody that's played Dissolution of Flesh, it's not any different. It's just degens are your nightmare. But then a couple things. This helmet gives your minion headhunter essentially and less damage taken. He just doesn't die when, like, I won't even link him. I'm just so lazy. I'll link him only on like round 14 and 15. Because like he's not gonna die for whatever reason. Oh, because of the Soul Eater. Soul Eater makes him take 90% less damage. But then he just kind of runs around and kills stuff. You don't really do a whole lot. I have noticed that this Feeding Frenzy gem, like as a support gem, is pretty bad. But like he just is so dumb without it that I feel like I'm forced to use it. Sometimes monsters will be like super close, like an inch away, and he just won't attack him. Sometimes he'll like run to the edge of the map and stuff. So if you're using the Feeding Frenzy, it seems better, because like obviously I'd rather be using elemental, like a number of different gems, like even Annihilator, which actually we could probably showcase that. But again, a lot of this just comes back to it doesn't matter, it's good enough, and like how much do you really want to put into it, I don't know. You can get, it's pretty good, you know, and of the stuff that I'm wearing that's worth value is maybe the Corrupted Combs, but I bought this for 2 div. I bought this for 7 div, but I didn't buy this until well into the character's journey. I was just using a regular belt. I didn't even know about the interaction with the blood barrier. But that said, I think you probably want the blood barrier if you're going to do this specific AFK, because the blood barrier definitely helps. I don't think it's necessary, but it definitely pushes it over the edge. But even without it, the main thing you die to is degens on the ground. That's why the cast when damage taken is going. But, you know, cool. I bought a Mage Blood. I haven't messed around with it because it changes the setup quite a bit, and I don't really know where I want to go with it. I haven't even looked, like, just the build's good, so I haven't even bothered to really look at what other people are doing until 20 minutes ago, and then I was kind of seeing what, like, ideas other people have. And, like, yeah, obviously, I'm using this garbage, but it's okay, it's fine. Like, I can kill this stuff. But like obviously I should get a better weapon. I would want to switch to at least a 4-socket. This is a 3-socket. There's some up on the market for like 80 div, and I didn't really want to save up 80 div. So like this is a 3-socket one, and like I'm not convinced a 3-socket one is better than Replica Bitter Dream, because on paper you see 3 gems there that look useful, but I am getting benefit from Ice Bite and Innervate, even though I thought I wouldn't. Let me see if I can show. Because I'm getting shocks and freezes, like reasonable shocks and freezes on like bosses that I wouldn't expect to shock and freeze, which to me adds up to be, you know, I don't know. It doesn't, again, it just doesn't matter that much. All this stuff will die. But yeah, there's very clear upgrade paths. Like, could be bet. The only stat on this at all is life. It's literally a 1-stat thing. It doesn't have an implicit. It's just life. This is okay. 5 mod ring. It's fine. No tier 1. I guess the 1 movement speed. I don't need the channeling cost, so it's just life with stats. I don't need the resist. This doesn't need the resist either, so this is just stats with life. This is just stats with life where I lucked into an endurance charge. This is just scrap. It's, you know, it's fine. Like all this combined right now, minus the belt. I don't even know how much the belt is right now. 3 div, 10 div, so go buy that 3 div one. But I'd say all this stuff. How much is Squire? I bought mine for 11, 7. I mean, you're not gonna push over 20 div to get like all of this stuff. And then in here you got, you don't need the Rational Doctrine at all. I'll just take it out. You don't need the, so that's the thing. I don't have enough Chaos Res. I have 16. I should have more. I took the Pantheon to give more here. But not a lot of like the endgame bosses really do chaos damage. I took the immunity to Burning Ground. Dissolution I assume is like 5 div or something, but since it's a private league. Oh, Red Dream. This one's a little more. 11 div. Where's my Dissolution? That was right there. Yeah, this is 10 div. So, and I would say that you need the Dissolution to switch. You don't need the Red Dream. It's fine. You could play without it, no problem. You could play without the Watcher's Eye, no problem. But things that you would definitely need, in my opinion, is More Than Skill. I wouldn't even try to play the build without More Than Skill, and which is a bummer because I've seen a couple people in chat say they got it in 1 or 2 tattoos, and there's another guy that spent 70 div. So you're gated behind a random number. And then Dissolution, because you need the interaction with Dissolution and More Than Skill is too powerful to ignore. So you need anywhere from 10 div to 80 div. Once you have these two things, the rest of it's pretty easy to put together. And then there's very, very clear upgrade paths. Every piece of gear could be better. The sword could be a sword. I have no clusters. There's minion clusters you could craft. Obviously wasting points up here just to get stats is dumb, but I'm just lazy. Convocation, sometimes I'll put in, sometimes I won't, because I don't think it's particularly good in bossing, because he runs away from the boss too much. More duration I'll put in with Flame Link sometimes. Elemental damage with attacks I'll replace with Feeding Frenzy occasionally. Multi-strike, Fire Pen. Invert Rules, Ruthless. But, yeah, depending on what... I don't have any crit gems on right now, that's crazy. But, yeah, obviously it's scuffed. I'd probably switch to Mage Blood next, drop the Blood Barrier thing. Because I don't really do the content that needs the Blood Barrier. The content that needs the Blood Barrier is lots of minions, and I mostly kill bosses. So, like, this is kind of wasted. And I would put this back on, and then maybe go anoint a champion. This kind of sucks, because I only have Purity of Elements, so giving my minion just a 40% better Purity of Elements is kind of dumb. This is not good. If you go look at the +5 to all skill gems, it's like 100 flat damage, so it's like, eh. This is definitely, Elemental Valiance is definitely better than the Link thing. But then, like, it's also kind of sucky because you're getting so much damage from Flame Link from life stacking. This is just like minimal amounts of damage. What I should have done is probably not tattooed more than skill here and put it here, and then taken the node that's under it, which is 20% more damage, I guess. But it's all not that exciting. And I also considered just getting the More Than Skill Flesh and Flames, and then like tattooing on Tailwind or something. But I looked at the POB for a bit, and like nothing looked like particularly interesting. Like, there's stuff, like the Necromancer stuff doesn't seem as good as you'd expect. But, you know, potentially like interesting ideas. But it's all, and like, I don't know. Needless to say, build works fine. He gets Soul Eater stacks like moderately quick. You gotta be careful that for having him die at the beginning if you don't have Convocation on. If you have Convocation on, he like basically never dies. And then for people that haven't played Dissolution where it looks like I'm dying, I'm not even close to dying. You have to have 17,000 life reserved, and I have 90 block. So basically the only stuff that's going to kill you is like some of the very big hitting stuff in the game and degens. Other than that, you're like nigh immortal. And then it's like good enough. Like obviously we could put, that's like a degen there. Like the beams, like the shaper beams and stuff, that stuff will degen you, so you gotta move. I could try this. And that what is cool about the build though is like you have like a super high like ability to keep improving the build. Like the build could get like so much better, but then you're in a weird spot because content that you would need to be way better for, this is probably not the build you'd want to play, or at least in my opinion. I think Dissolution's too weird for doing like a lot of the Valdos maps, and I haven't gone super deep delve with Dissolution, but I can't imagine it's awesome. Maybe it is. But if you just if I spent like 80 div upgrading this weapon, got my gems correct, I mean it would probably be pretty freaking good. I could get quite a bit more life, but it just doesn't matter. Oh, but yeah, I was gonna say, if you pay attention, you can like see the Ice Bite and Innervate like go on the boss. See, they're like getting chilled and frozen. So then it's like it's not totally wasted links. It's like actually like moderately legit. Oh, I didn't even look at the mods on this. Nothing crazy. And then you could the gear on my dude is like definitely lacking. Like he doesn't have. It's just easy, right? Like you could use the action speed boots from the Foulborn thing. I'm using Ralkesh right now. The Wrathpith, the Foulborn or the Volatile Vol Wrathpith gives like 173% more or increased damage. I don't have that. You can get an additional power charge on the helmet. Don't have that. The gloves are pretty mid. They only have 2 additional strike to target or targets to strike, and you can have 4. And then yeah, they're just not good. Like what's cool is you can continue to upgrade the character and you can continue to upgrade the AG, which just like makes the build have a lot going for it. I guess if I was going to continue to play long, like I'm going to Las Vegas for 5 days tomorrow, so this is I'm done. So then like I'll probably goof with the Headhunter for like an hour or 2, but then I'd be done. But with the Headhunter, I mean, you probably do the regular shenanigans, right? This gives... Oh, what is neat, which is something I haven't got to mess around with yet, is the... this isn't possible in the non-Freesia League. You can link your target and it gets increased effect with Headhunter, or Mageblood. And I haven't goofed around with that, I'm about to. But that seems neat. See, like right there, he wasn't attacking the Shaper because he doesn't have the aggressive thing on. It's like just super dumb. How it would be like very obvious, the only target, you're in the same arena, go attack the dumb thing. But yeah, you're not full AFK proof. You can see I take damage. Like if I stand on this, I'll die. If I stand in that beam, I'll die. But then you just get out of it. And like you have plenty of time to react typically. I wonder if I could... I actually don't know if I can take a Shaper Slam. I should try. But yeah, it's cool because that's what I'm gonna goof around with. I thought I would get a Headhunter or a Mageblood sooner and then experiment more with linking the Mageblood to the AG. I just didn't play as much as I thought I would. But after I'll do that in just a second for funsies. I made the potions. I haven't goofed around with it yet. But I assume it's good. And then I assume you do the regular, put the melding of flesh, you get 90-90 like reses, but then like again you have so much block and survivability already. Does the is the effort of going 90 res worth it? Probably, I guess. But yeah, I think I didn't do Uber Maven's the only Uber I didn't try, and all of them have been like, I don't know, generally pretty easy. Like I'm not immortal, but this is not hard. I want him to Shaper Slam me just out of curiosity. I'll carry a cold gem sometimes. No, don't kill him. Take this out. I want him to slam me. Slam me. Slam me. See, like right there, without the aggressive gem in, he's just like, what? Okay, right there. Nice. So yeah, I can take it. But the minion AI is like pretty dumb. I don't know why, and I wish there was better options. As far as I can tell, you can't get minions are aggressive on a sword. So like you're either forced to use the gem or like deal with them being dumb. You can keep convocating directly on top of the target, I guess. But I don't know. I don't really dig it. Nice. Let's do the identification. But yeah, this is kind of it. I'll put the POB. Actually, I couldn't get... I have used POB like basically none for this build. I just got it rolling from a Gladiator template from Mirage, and that was it. Because I don't know how to load the AG in here. I can't get my guy to freaking load in. And I've updated it. I don't know what's going on. So I've been basically like vibe playing. Like, does it feel good? Yes. Okay, I'll continue down that path. Like, and even for like that content we just did, I have an empty gem slot. I could probably go for this gem slot. I don't know. I'd get rid of these. I could get rid of these. I don't even know if this is working or not. Is a cursed enemy is a marked enemy a cursed enemy? Seems like it would be. I've tried, instead of Storm Blast Mines, I was doing an offering. But I got tired of desecrating an offering. That's probably better, but I don't know. This is you do get a little bit of aura effect from the Paladin, so it ends up being like a little bit better, but I think when I did the math on it, it was like 61% if you can get them all down. So it's like, I don't know, it's another support gem. So if you don't have anything to do, you can just throw those down. Oh, one way I made a lot of money this league was just buying these black bar. Yeah, like this is probably half my mage blood. Was just buy the black bar. Yeah, well, and yeah, just put it in, activate. Oh, let's identify this Watcher's Eye. Like, I was literally just working on the other computer. I would come in here, and then I would alt tab, and then I would take the belts and the maps and sell them. And I don't die. Well, that's not true. This one's weird. See, I'm not linking my guy to make him strong. He's just kind of strong enough on his own. And when you link him, he gets like 5 billion times better, but it's just not necessary. This is weird because sometimes he'll do a slam move right here and it will kill me, and other times it won't. And I don't really know what's going on right here. So like right there, I didn't die. But it doesn't appear to be like a 90% survival rate that the block chance would suggest. So I feel like something else is going on there. I die like 50% of the time probably. But yeah, you take those and just sell them, and there was a moment where it was like 30C a kill or something, and that they take like 45 seconds, so it's, stacked up pretty quick. Let's identify. Let's do it the old school way. Massive, probably worth nothing. Yeah, and then what was the Watcher's Eye? Vitality, Hatred. I'm not sure. I'm usually pretty good at knowing offhand on these. Maybe 4 to 5 div. But then, like, not a ton of people are playing, you know, like, is somebody actually going to buy it? I found a couple good nebuluses, like with fire damage on them. But cool. That's kind of it. It's good. Could upgrade. The only thing that that he has that's perfect on him right now is, I guess, his armor on the AG. But you could get better implicits too. And then I guess let's mess around with this. I haven't really done it yet. I'm not going to mess with reses. Let's just replace. And I guess I'll throw this back on. Cool. And let's go. How's this go? Okay, link my guy. I might need convocation for that. Oh, another thing. I don't really know if you need. I couldn't find any like legitimate information on precision or like accuracy for AGs. Like, does he need accuracy? I don't know. You know, it's like he's doing damage. I don't know. My gut's telling me precision would be good, but I don't really know. Like, the information that you can pull online is like kind of not enough. Which is weird, because like minion people are all about like posting minion stats and stuff, but I like couldn't find like anything I wanted on the AG. Okay, yeah, this looks nice. Faster. I typically don't do a lot of. I boss, and like, so this private league has been kind of lame because there's not really anybody for me to sell boss kills to. I was like the first like day or two I was getting some, but nothing like a normal league. I would say it was like a 1/10 of a normal league or less. So then I was just, but you can always just boss rush or whatever. But yeah, this looks good. He's linked to Mage Blood, and like I don't know if those are optimal. Like using a whole flask just to give him phasing seems like lame, but a lot of the magic flasks are like kind of lame. Gives him phasing and movement speed and stuff though. He's a little speedy boy. I could do most of the map mods. The only ones that like less block sucks. Reflect actually sucks because like your shield charging will kill you. But you could put, I guess, brutality in maybe. I don't know. I just haven't bothered with anything. But that's kind of it. I did get the 8 out of 8 achievement on PoE 2. That's like the helmet from PoE 2. And I'm excited for PoE 1 actual league. I thought the PoE 2 league personally was pretty boring. There just doesn't seem like there's aspirational content at all. I actually don't know how people are staying so enamored with it. You just get to the end bosses, they die like instantly, and then you pump more and more currency in your build so you can farm breach better. It just seems kind of lame, but I might be in the minority on that. And yeah, make my same build but make it better. If I'm online, let's see, how do I even find my name? It's Pace of Spades. Number 3410. If I'm online before I go to Las Vegas and you see this video and you watch this till the end, hit me up and I will give you some of my stuff. Alright, have a good day guys. Thank you.